Hello students and welcome back to part 3. In part 2, we started the chapter 2, Role of the Government in Health of Civics. And our last topic in part 2 was public health services. And today we are going to talk about private health services. There is a wide range of private health facilities that exist in our country. Now in city area, in urban area, we can see that private clinics, private hospitals and many doctors have their personal clinics and they run it by their own. A large number of doctors run their own private clinics. In the rural areas, one finds registered medical practitioners. Urban areas have a large number of doctors. Now when we talk about large city like Mumbai, Delhi, Ahmedabad, these big cities have large hospitals, huge hospitals with adequate facilities. Urban areas have a large number of doctors, many of them providing specialized services. There are hospitals and nursing homes that are privately owned. Nursing homes are also there, and the owners, many doctors are the owners of such kind of nursing homes or the hospitals. There are many laboratories that do tests and offer special facilities such as X-ray, ultrasound, etc. Now I remember like one of my neighbors, he is having his own laboratory, he is having his own X-ray center. So here we are talking about private centers which are run by the particular doctors. The owners, they just have to take care about their medical staff, nursing staff, their infrastructure, but they are actually private, so they charge a lot. There are also shops from where we buy medicines. Let us go to the next page. Here on the page number 26, you can see the picture, a post-operative room in a leading private hospital in Delhi. Now this is the picture of Delhi hospital after the operation. The patient is being taken here. So nicely done everything, like all the facilities, the beds, you can see the modern facilities, beds, everything is so advanced. As the name suggests, private health facilities are not owned or controlled by the government. Here government role is not there because only the owner is responsible, the doctor or the staff members. Unlike the public health services, in private facilities, patients have to pay a lot of money for every service that they use. Why they have to pay so much money? Because the rooms are AC, the beds are advanced, then whatever facility they are getting in the hospital, they are totally different from the government hospital. And you see the neat and cleanness, and whenever you go to the reception area, they will pay total attention to you. They will guide you. One person maybe will come with you to show you the various rooms of the hospital, or where you have to go for the to take the medicine, or to if you want to meet a particular doctor and if you do not know the room number, so the person will come with you and the person will guide you. In Ahmedabad also many big hospitals are there, Apollo, SIMS, they have the best facilities available, and these hospitals are the examples of private health centers. Today the presence of private facilities can be seen all around. In fact, now there are large companies that run hospitals, and some are engaged in manufacturing and selling medicines. Now many big companies also run the hospitals, and they are also doing the manufacturing, and they are also selling the medicines. Medical shops are found in every corner of the country. In olden times, the people were facing a lot of problem when it comes to buying the medicine or to find out a doctor. But nowadays, each and every street maybe is having medical store. Next point we have is healthcare and equality. Is adequate healthcare available to all? Now here the main point comes to the poor people, because all the rich people can easily afford the expensive charges of the private hospitals. But when it comes to poor people, they do not have any other option rather than visiting the government hospital. In India, we face a situation where private services are increasing but public services are not. Now in India, what has happened? We have been seeing that privatization is increasing a lot. If we talk about health centers, what is then available to people are mainly private services. So private services are easily available to people. These are concentrated in urban areas. Now in urban areas, we can see such kind of privatization. The cost of these services is rather high. Medicines are expensive. Medicines are too much expensive. Many people cannot afford them or have to borrow money when there is an illness in the family. Now, many poor people, if you have seen the workers who are living in huts or those who are living in tent houses, they earn daily and then they eat their food. So for them, it's very much difficult to buy the expensive medicines. And if they want to buy such kind of medicines, they have to borrow the money from the other people. Otherwise, they are not able to buy the medicines. Some private services encourage incorrect practices to earn more. Now see, many wrong things are also going on, that some private services encourages incorrect practice. At times, inexpensive alternatives, though available, may not be used. Now if maybe the people get inexpensive services or inexpensive alternatives, still many people nowadays not using such facilities. For example, some medical practitioners are found to prescribe superfluous medicines, injections, when simple medication may suffice. Many times what happens that the patient does not require heavy doses, but still many doctors give that kind of prescription of medicines that they have to have the heavy doses, and maybe it is not required and it is harmful for the body. So this is the dark side of the privatization. In fact, barely 20% of the population can afford all the medicines that they require during an illness. Now see, you see the percentage, students. Only 20% of the population can afford such kind of medicines. Hence, even for those whom one might not think as being poor, medical expenses cause hardship. So these poor people, have a lot of trouble, and it causes a lot of hardship for them if they want to buy medicines, or if they want their loved ones to get well soon. So it's not easy for the poor people to go to the private hospital to get the facility and to pay the money. It was reported in a study that 40% of people who are admitted to a hospital for some illness or injury have to borrow money or sell some of their possessions to pay for the expenses. Now see, it was reported that 40% of the people are like that. If some kind of illness is there in the family, they have to borrow the money, or they have to sell something, some expensive thing, like if they have the vehicle or the gold jewelry, so they have to sell it. They have to sell their personal possessions, and then they can go for their treatment. For those who are poor, every illness in the family is a cause of great anxiety and distress. Just for a minute, think that your earning is less. You are not earning that much money. Just think about your situation, that someone is ill in your family and you are earning just 3,000 rupees per month or 5,000 rupees per month. How much how much stressful you will be, because you want your loved one to be treated properly, but you are totally helpless because of the money factor. What is worse is that this situation tends to happen again and again. If it happens again and again, then it will cause anxiety and stress. Those who are poor are in the first place undernourished. These families are not eating as much as they should. Now these kind of family do not eat because they don't have money even to eat food. They are not provided basic necessities like drinking water, adequate housing, clean surroundings. They live at dirty places because they do not have the clean area to build the house to live in, or they do not have the pure drinking water to drink, and therefore are more likely to fall ill. So that's why they fall ill very soon. The expenses on illness make their situation even worse. One side they do not have money, and on the other side, if they get ill, the situation becomes worst for them. Sometimes it's not only the lack of money that prevents people from getting proper medical treatment. Women, for example, are not taken to a doctor in a prompt manner. Now, women have many problems of pregnancy, menses, delivery. So these are such kind of problems that the woman should treat, the woman should be treated properly. Women's health concerns are considered to be less important than the health of men in the family. Now in the many family, people think that men's health is much more important than women's health. Many tribal areas have few health centers. If you talk about the tribal area, they do not have adequate health centers. They do not run properly. Even private health services are not available in this rural area. You can see the picture here. This pregnant lady has to travel many kilometers to see a qualified doctor. See the situation of the poor people. The lady is pregnant, but still she is walking through the hospital to meet the doctor